I'm making this video today to bring awareness to two diseases that have struck my daughter. One of them is NMO OPTICA. The other one is Transverse Myelitis. Google them. It'll blow your mind. I think that other people need to know about these rare diseases because they can strike anyone. Idiopathic is what they say. There's no hereditary deal. There's none of that stuff. It could just strike you at any time. In August 2014, Lexy began vomiting, and she vomited for 110 days. None of the doctors could make it stop. They kept releasing us. As I'm pushing her out in a wheelchair, she's vomiting. It was the scariest time in our life. I started her on acupuncture, anything to try to make it stop. She also had bouts of severe hiccups, which the doctors weren't, too concerned about. But then later, the hiccups were something to be concerned about. One day we were standing in line to get a smoothie as she was becoming more weak and weak from not eating. I was trying to, bring her up with smoothies, and she almost collapsed and had kind of like shaking symptoms, like maybe MS symptoms. I grabbed her up, put her in the car, and I called her new doctor from Cook Children's in Fort Worth. They saved her life. I called her. She said, bring her here right away. We're going to do a 1-hour MRI. That turned into a 9-hour MRI, spinal tap, everything, you name it. And when that was done, she came out and she said, you have no choice, really. We need to go forward with this plan, or else your daughter is going to be blind and paralyzed. Wow. Can you imagine? So, of course, I agreed to everything, and they started her 5 days on a plasmapheresis machine. And then she had chemo to kill the bad cells that try to reproduce. She was paralyzed waist down. The plasmapheresis and the chemo helped. Thank goodness we caught it in time. She spent the rest of that year in physical therapy and rehabilitation in the hospital to where she learned to walk again. My biggest hero. She really is. She's been through unspeakable procedures without any anesthesia. I mean, the girl has suffered. I think everyone needs to be aware of these diseases because they can strike just anybody. Lexy's hell did certainly begin when she was 4 years old in Austin, Texas. It all started from mold illness. But that's another story. Thanks for your time.